All right. Gonna try to run this as fast as I can, but essentially I've developed 22 lineups for you to use as a spawn T-side Anubis lineups. So there's 11 spawns on Anubis. There's two lineups for each spawn, one for house and one for E-box. So the way I see these spawns, I see them as sort of 9 regular spawns, where there's like a lower spawn, a middle spawn, and an upper spawn on the left side, on the middle, and on the right. And then there's 2 offset spawns here, which sort of, this one is just hanging out over there, and then this one on the far back. So these spawns are spawn 0 and 10 on refrag. And then I'm just going to refer to them as bottom left, middle left, top left, all that stuff. Okay, so let's start with the first offset lineup, which is the one that is the only one where you're in the far back here. The house smoke is to the left of this thing there, that square, and you just jump throw. And for the E-box, I use the terrorist symbol on the very bottom of the screen. There's 2 knives and a star over there. The knife whose blade is pointing to the left, I'm looking at the very bottom of that handle and I'm putting it on this part of the window here. Like that, if that makes sense. And I'm doing a regular jump throw. This smoke lands on top of, and all of the E-box smokes, for the matter of fact, land on top of the E-box little ledge and they spread down. Okay. Where was I? So that's the offset position number 1. And now let's go to lower left here, the bottom left spawn. For mid, I look in between the window and the edge of the building, underneath this brick here, and I do a left click throw or jump throw. And for E-box, I look on the left side here of the window up to where it meets this line. So here, and I do a W jump throw. That's gonna bounce on the edge of that wall there and land on the position that I was talking about. Most of these are gonna be like that. Okay, so I'm now left middle. Same lineup as the first lineup, which is to the left of this square, is for house slash mid. And for E-box, I just look to the left of where the paint sort of fails on the window, up here, which is where this faded brick is, more or less. And I do a double jump through. Like that. And let's go to upper left, where we do a jump throw looking there on the left of the window for house. And then for E-box, this one requires the left hand position, but I'm putting my index finger on the top left of this window here, the second window. As I'm holding it, I put my index finger there and I do my W jump throw. That one was a little too far to the left. It still lands. This should still work just fine. But my finger was just a little too deep on it, so let's just go ahead and fix that. And right there should be good. And there you go. Lands on the ledge there. It is indistinguishable from the one I just threw, but that's what it's supposed to look like. Okay, bottom middle. Bottom middle. The house smoke is to the bottom left of this little wood there. There it is. And for the E-box, I look to in this little crease here on the yellow tile, and I look up to the sky somewhere in between this little peg here and the top of the building. So somewhere like here. This one is super forgiving for some reason. Try as I may, I can never make it not work. But this is the general area that you look at. Let's go to middle. Middle, you look in the bottom left of the far right window for your house smoke. And for E-box, again, you need the left-hand side view model, but I'm putting my thumb If you see where my thumb is, right there. Thumb is here. This is a normal jump throw. If it's hard to remember what is a W jump throw and what is a normal jump throw, usually when you're looking way high up in the sky, it's a normal jump throw because you're just having it land there naturally. And if it's a W jump, if it's a little lower, it's a W jump throw because you're bouncing on the wall there, like I said. Okay, so top middle is where we're at now. The house smoke is bottom left of this peg here. Make sure it's in the bottom, otherwise you're gonna clip the house. See how I almost clipped it there? So bottom side. And for middle, or for E-box, I'm putting my knuckle, my left index finger knuckle right there. Again, this requires the view model. So as you can see, I'm not really looking that far up, so I know it's a double jump throw. At least that's how I remember. Or you can just remember it. I mean, come on. Okay, now to the offset spawn here. The weird spawn. This one's gonna be annoying, but essentially, well, let's start with the how smoke is. We sort of look in between the top of these two knobs here, where it meets like the edge of this building there, and it's a jump throw. And now we're gonna look high in the sky, and I'm gonna use the T symbol again. I'm gonna put the bottoms of the handles in between these two tiles, and the line that's going through the middle is gonna line up with the top of this peg here. It's a lot of talking, but it sounds complicated, but it really isn't. Once you figure that out, these are super forgiving. You can look a little bit higher. I mean, I'm looking quite a bit higher. Yeah, quite a bit higher is not gonna work, but you know, I'm putting the line on top of the peg. I'm putting the handles in between the two tiles, and it's a normal jump throw. Okay, for bottom right, that is also a jump throw. That is also using the T symbol. It's the bottom left now handle. I put it on the edge of the blue tile like that, and I jump throw. There it goes. And for middle, there's this little brick just popping out there. Just, oh, I threw a flash. Because of course I threw a flash, but the smoke lands over there. Now for right middle, the lineup is the smudge on the wall here for house. Honestly, these are extremely forgiving if you're just looking in that general area and you have the right, line of sight, you're gonna land it. I just use the smudge. And for E-box, I look on the top left of this peg here, and then I find the gap in between the two teeth. So I'm here, and I look for the gap in between the two teeth here on top of it like that. And it's a W jump throw because we're not looking high in the sky. And the very last one, top right, here is your, oh, right. Look down from here, from that gap there. Looking at the smudge works too, as you can see. But that's how I remember it. And for the E-box smoke, I'm putting my left index finger on this window here. I'm tucking it in here, and I'm pulling it to the left just so I can see the towel. So notice how I'm here, and I'm pulling to the left just so I can see that towel wave. And it's a W jump throw. These are very esoteric. This is just the shit that I came up with, so I remember it because I spent 2 hours working on it. But yeah, that's 22 lineups for all 11 spawns. Honestly, the hardest part is to, in the middle of the game, figure out which spawn you're in, because there's between this guy and this guy And this guy sometimes is not very obvious, but you just keep respawning yourself and keep trying it out. You figure it out.